Very good evening, friends. Meeting again in the session of Homeopathic Materia Medica. And today we're going to learn one more remedy from fourth year syllabus. That is the Cedron. Cedron is a remedy. It is another name for Cedron is Simaruba ferruginea. It is the rattlesnake bean. When I searched for it earlier, then I found it that it is there in our day-to-day life, in our food, but no one looks towards it. I will share the how it looks like. This is rattlesnake bean. In Marathi we call it chawli, chawliची शेंग and chawli bean. That is very typical of this. This is the remedy, and we used to eat this regularly in our diet. So this is the remedy which is prepared from this. And second important thing which I want to share about it is the two more cases of Cedron. First case was very early when I was I was doing internship and I was there with Bagli Hospital. And there was one patient admitted by madam who was an ophthalmologist in our hospital having a very severe left-sided glaucoma with absolutely red eye. The tension was increased. There was left supraorbital pain, very severe neuralgia, and absolutely I was looking red. Um, and madam's diagnosis was that it is glaucoma associated with there is a iritis. So he was admitted over there, and one important thing which I have noticed that he was there for 2-3 days. He was on antibiotics and all those treatments. Even because of his severe headache, they have given her mannitol also, the steroid also, etc. Everything, but he was not responding properly. And then I just asked madam that shall I give him homeopathic remedy? She said, why not? Prasad must give. And the thought was there in my mind first about the spigelia, but when I went through the whole case again, then I found that there was every day he was getting chilliness towards the evening. It was characteristic with him that every evening around 6 o'clock he used to get a very severe chill over there, and that pains were very specifically orbital, where the redness is there, the iritis was there, and supraorbital neuralgia was there. And one more thing which was characteristic over there, the pain has very typical periodicity. It used to affect him same time in the day. So that struck my mind that this might be a Cedron, because Cedron also has the left-sided severe headache. So I went through a Boericke Materia Medica and found Cedron, and I have brought the Cedron 30. I have given repeated doses 3 times a day. And I asked madam that I am giving the Cedron today. This is the remedy, and this has been mentioned for such and such thing. She said, okay, give it. She asked me that whether it will cause any damage. No. So then you give it. And the next day, when patient slept whole day at night, whole night, and the morning when he wake up without a pain. There was no more pain. The neuralgia has stopped, and his eye was reducing, the redness was started reducing, the inflammatory reaction started reducing, and within 2-3 days whole redness disappeared under the action of Cedron. So it was a wonderful action which I have seen at that time when it was way back, that is in 1989, 90 around. This I have treated. And second case was very typical. I used to use many times. This is a remedy I used to use in malaria when the modality is very strikingly the chill at 4 a.m. And this stuck to me because one of my student, it was also 10-15 years back, she had malarial attack. She was admitted over there in the college hospital, and it was not responding properly, and her attack used to happen specifically at 4 o'clock in the morning. 3 consecutive days it happened. And then she called me, sir, shall I take any homeopathic remedy? Because I am not getting cleared with the regular. They diagnosed that I'm having malaria and typhoid complex and I'm not getting cure. better. And every day I used to get very severe chill at 4 o'clock, and then followed by there is a lot of sweating. So I searched through the repertory. In the Kent's repertory, there is one rubric, very specific rubric in Kent's repertory. It is there. Just I will share this screen. Yes, this is the rubric that you can see, that the chill morning 4 a.m. followed by sweat. Only remedy for 3 marks is Cedron. So I have given her Cedron 200, 3 doses, and asked her to report me. I have given it around 12 o'clock in the morning, in the afternoon. And when she took this after every 15 minutes intervals, and she got very good sleep whole night, and next day she never had an attack of chill at 4 o'clock. So I said that if it recurs again, I will going to give you again remedy, otherwise not. And luckily enough that she never had a second attack thereafter, and she never required second dose of Cedron. So only 3 doses given consecutively every 15 minutes were sufficient. It has that specific characteristic that chill at 4 a.m. is the Cedron. So these are two important cases which I wanted to share with you. Let us open the Boericke's Materia Medica and see what Boericke says about this. Cedron Cimaruba Peruginium. It is rattlesnake bean. Periodicity is most marked characteristic of this rung. Underline few words. Periodicity, first word. It is particularly useful in tropical and damp, warm, marshy countries. So, tropical, damp, warm, marshy countries. This is another thing. It has been found curative in malarial affections, especially neuralgia. Malarial affections with neuralgia. Third important point. Adapted to persons of voluptuous disposition who are excitable and having a nervous temperament. So these people, they are not calm people. They are very nervous on the tip of their nerves, and they are very, very, very excitable personality. Has power of antidoting snake bites and stings of insects. Tincture of pure bean scraped on the wound. This I don't have any idea. I have not used this for any time. That's why I cannot highlight and or I will not comment on that. Mania. Mania is because of excitement which happens to be there. Head pain from temple to temple across the eyes. It is very good remedy for migrainal headache or severe congestive headache. Pain over whole right side of the face coming on about 9 a.m. Crazy feeling from the pain across the forehead. Worse working on black. Roaring in ears. What is this? Is there is a roaring in ears produced by cinchona, covered by Cedron. Whole body seems numb with the headache. So headache is very characteristic, and there is also not only the headache, the eye complaints, they are very, very, very important. Generally, we miss this remedy because of spigelia. But see, shooting over the left eye, eyes, the shooting over left eye, severe pain in the eyeball with radiating pains across the eyes, shooting into the nose, scalding lacrimation. So it is too strong as if it scalds the parts. Supraorbital neuralgia, periodic, iritis and choroiditis. So very important remedy for eye complaints, specifically the left-sided eye complaints. Here it is very close to the spigelia. Extremities, lancinating pains in joints, worse feet and hands, sudden pain in ball of right thumb, extending up arm to the shoulder, pain in ball of right foot, extending to knee, shingles with radiating pain. Shingles is herpes zoster. Dropsy of knee joint. So this is again a remedy which is having some rheumatic aspects, even fever associated with rheumatic aspect. This is one remedy one should think about it. Or sometimes even malaria associated with severe body ache, joint pains. This is one remedy one should not forget. Fever, chilliness towards evening, then the frontal headache extending to the parietal. Red eyes. So redness of eyes associated with fever, very important feature. Heat with itching of eyes, tearing pain in the limbs, numbness of the limbs. So limbs becomes tremendously numb. That is one more feature which is given in italics. So relationship, it is antidote is lachesis. Compare arsenic and China, both remedies for the malarial fever, periodic fever or intermittent fever. Dose is tincture to third attenuation, but generally I used to use it in 30 or 200, and 30 found to be very, very useful many times in, and very occasionally patient requires 200 later on. So Cedron, one should not forget, specifically for malarial fever where chill happens to be there at 4 a.m., chilliness towards evening, left supraorbital neuralgia with iritis and choroiditis and severe redness of the eyes. This is a very, very, very useful remedy. So you can use in your practice depending upon these characteristic features, and you can see the results with this remedy. So that's all for today. Thank you being there. We'll meet tomorrow again with, not on tomorrow, we'll meet on the Monday for another remedy. Okay, good night.
Good night, sir.